Hello everyone. Students, in previous lecture we learned about the basic communication system, electronic communication system and its block diagram. And one of the part of the block diagram is the antenna. So the antenna converts electrical waves into the electromagnetic wave. So in today's lecture we will study the electromagnetic spectrum, then radio communication system in India, frequency allocations for communication, and the concept of bandwidth and channel bandwidth. So let us understand what do you mean by the electromagnetic wave. The electromagnetic waves are the transverse waves. There means their vibrations or oscillations are changes in electric and magnetic fields at right angles to the direction of wave travel. Means if electric field is along x direction, magnetic field along z direction, then wave is propagates along y direction. So what do you mean by the electromagnetic spectrum? So as this electromagnetic wave consists of entire range of frequencies, and this is called as a electromagnetic spectrum. These electromagnetic waves have vast range of practical applications, that is for cell phone, radio broadcasting, for Wi-Fi, for medical imaging, treating cancer, and etc. Now let us study in detail the electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic radiation span an enormous range of wavelengths and frequencies. This range is known as electromagnetic spectrum. Generally, it is divided into 7 regions, and these are radio waves, microwaves, IR, visible range, UV, X-rays, and gamma rays. Now, this is the electromagnetic spectrum showing the different regions and the relation with frequency and wavelength. And as you know that the relation between the frequency and wavelength, and that is the c is equal to mu lambda, where c is the velocity of this electromagnetic wave, mu is the frequency, and the wavelength is lambda is the wavelength of this electromagnetic wave. So if the frequency is increasing, then the wavelength is decreasing because the velocity of light is constant. Now here the radio frequencies are low frequencies and gamma rays having the very high frequencies. So let us understand what is the function of this tri. First of all, let us see the what is TRAI. TRAI is the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, and this is a legal body set up by the government of India under Section 3 of the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Act 1997 to regulate telecom services and tariffs in India. This authority is required. So it is the regulator of the telecommunication sector in India. Uh, so these are the frequencies are allotted for different applications in communication by TRAI. So see the details of this frequency is used for communication from extremely low frequencies to extremely high frequencies. Now let us see in detail the about these frequencies. The extremely low frequency range is 30 Hz to 300 Hz and is referred to as extremely low frequency range. This range includes AC power lines frequencies and those frequencies in the lower end of the human hearing range. Next range is the voice frequencies VF and ranging from 300 Hz to 3000 Hz. And as you know, this is the normal range of human speech. Even though human hearing extends from approximately 20 to 20 kHz, most intelligible sound occurs in this VF range. Now the very low frequency, this frequency has the range 3 kHz to 30 kHz. It includes higher end of the human hearing range, as you know. Many musical instruments make sound in this range as well as in the ELF and VF ranges. And this VLF range is also used in some government and military communications. These frequencies are used for long distance point to point communication. For example, VLF radio transmission is used by the Navy to communicate with the submarines. Another range is the low frequency LF, and that is 30 kHz to 300 kHz. These frequencies are also used for point to point communication. They are used in aeronautical and marine navigation. Frequencies in this range are also used as subcarriers. The subcarriers are the signals that carry the baseband modulating information, but that again modulate another high frequency carrier. So another range is the medium frequencies. And it is ranging from 300 kHz to 3000 kHz. The frequencies in this range are used in AM radio broadcasting. And also these frequencies are used in marine and aeronautical communication applications. Another range, that is high frequencies HF, ranging from 3 MHz to 30 MHz. And these are also known as short wave. So the short wave broadcasting at national and international level takes place in this range. So it is used, all kinds of two-way radio communication takes place in this range. Voice of America and British Broadcasting Corporation, that is, the BCC broadcast, occurs in this range. The government and military services use these frequencies for two-way communication. Very high frequencies, that is VHF, ranges 30 MHz to 300 MHz. And this is extremely popular frequency range used in many services, that is in mobile, radio, FM radio broadcasting, TV channels, and etc. Another range is ultra high frequencies VHF. The range is in between 300 MHz to 3000 MHz. And this range of frequency is extremely used for communication. This range is used for TV channels, cellular phone, telephones, military services, and also these frequencies are used in some radar. The frequencies above 1000 megahertz, that is equal to 1 gigahertz, is called as microwaves. So the another range is the super high frequencies, that is 3 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz, and these are microwave frequencies. Frequencies within this range 1 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz are called microwaves, and this range is used in satellite communication and radar. Another range is EHF, that is extremely high frequencies, 30 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. Use of these high frequencies for communication is advantageous, but this range is not much popular because equipment used to generate and receive signals in this range is extremely complex and expensive. This range of frequency is used for limited activities. It includes satellite communication and some specialized radars. Now let us see other frequencies ranges are available, that is infrared. The frequencies up to 300 gigahertz are called radio waves, and the frequencies above 300 gigahertz are not called as radio waves. So the infrared region is in between highest radio frequencies and the visible spectrum. It consists of the range between 0.01 millimeter to 700 millimeter. The infrared is divided into two parts, two areas: long infrared and short infrared. This infrared refers generally associated with the heat. It is found that anything that produces heat generates infrared signal, and this infrared is produced by light bulbs, our bodies, or any other physical equipment that generates heat. So these infrared signals are also generated by special light emitting diodes. So the infrared signals are used for special kind of communications. They are used in astronomy to detect stars. Infrared signals are also used in guided missiles. In TV remote control uses infrared signal. Now the next, visible spectrum. This visible spectrum is above the infrared region. It is also referred to as light. So light is a special type of electromagnetic radiation that has the wavelength between 0.4 micrometer to 0.8 micrometer range. Light wavelengths are usually expressed in terms of Armstrong unit. This visible range is from red to violet. Light is widely used for various kinds of communication. As electrical signals are transmitted through wires, light waves can be transmitted through the glass fibers known as optical fibers. And as you know that nowadays, due to various advantages, the optical fiber cables are replacing the wires used in telephony. The great advantage of light wave signals is that they very high frequency gives them ability to handle large amount of information. And these light signals can also be transmitted through free space. For that, extremely narrow beam of light is required, and that is generated by lasers. Now these are again another three ranges: ultraviolet, X-rays and gamma rays. So these ranges are of high frequencies. So the ultraviolet range is between 400 nanometer to zero point 0.6 nanometer. But these rays are harmful. Now the ultraviolet rays have shorter wavelength, and hence they are focused into very narrow beams and used in high precision applications like LASIK eye surgery. It is also used in many water purifiers, use UV lamps to kill germs in water. The other another range is X-ray. The X-ray have wavelengths ranging from about 10 to minus 4 nanometer to 10 nanometer. And as you know that there are large applications of X-ray in medical section. Treatment for certain types of cancer involves the use of X-rays, and this X-ray can damage and destroy the living tissues also. Other range, highest range of frequency is gamma ray, lies in upper frequency region of the electromagnetic spectrum. The wavelengths of these waves between 10 to the minus 10 power to the power 10, sorry, 10 to the power minus 10 meter to less than 10 to the power minus 14 meter. The important application of gamma rays is their extensive use in medicine and destroy cancer cells. So let us discuss in short about the bandwidth. So what is bandwidth? So you know the portion of electromagnetic spectrum occupied by a signal is called as bandwidth. Means you know the range of voice frequencies, and that is 300 hertz to 3000 hertz. So the bandwidth is the higher frequency minus lower frequency range, that is 3000 minus 300. So we have 2700 hertz. In audio frequency, the lower range is 20 hertz and higher range is 20 kilohertz. So the difference of this frequency gives you the value of the bandwidth. Similarly, the channel bandwidth is nothing but the range of frequencies required to transmit the desired information. When the information signal is superimposed on the carrier signal, the modulated signal occupies a small portion of the spectrum surrounding the carrier frequency. So let us summarize the today's lecture. The advantage of light waves is that their very high frequency gives them the ability to handle a large amount of information. And as you know that the optical fiber cables are replacing their wires used in telephony. And these high frequency signals, X-ray, gamma rays and ultraviolets are not used in communication system. Okay, that's all today's. I end today's lecture. Thank you.